What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri, back to talk about The Walking Dead and some big potential news about a pretty big cast member for Season 9 and maybe Season 10. We just don't know yet what to make of it. We'll talk about that information and more. But obviously, spoiler warning for The Walking Dead comics, The Walking Dead show, The Walking Dead this, The Walking Dead that. If you're worried about spoilers, just stop watching. I'm going to talk about a bunch of things, so I don't know what you know and what you don't know. Now let's get to it. Now, Ezekiel is a character that I want to talk about. If you know the comics, you know some big things may be coming up for the character that's not very good. But not everybody reads the comics, so they might not know what we're talking about. But if you read the comics, you know that the Alpha Whisper connection, the fair stuff is not good for a lot of people. And mainly, Rosita and Ezekiel, two main characters. And you know that the fair is coming up. They talked about it several times in the first half of Season 9, the second half of Season 9. You know it's coming, potentially in episode 15 and or 16. If you want to read the comics, definitely read these key issues about it more. But we don't know exactly what's going to happen. I have my predictions. I talk about it in a video with the thumbnail right there, what may potentially happen. And if you want to know more about that, definitely check out those videos. But there is some word going around that Ezekiel may be off the show in Season 9 or Season 10. It's not been confirmed, so you might have seen it on a couple of different sources and a couple of different pages or a couple of different articles or a couple of this or a couple of that. But Ezekiel is going to be in the back half of Season 9. Does he survive? Does he not? We just don't know. But they talk about a potential foreshadowing in Season 8 for Ezekiel. Your head on a pike will do just fine. Is that foreshadowing, or is that just making reference to his comic death? We just don't know yet because his comic death is connected with the Pike lineup, the Fair, the Whispers, Alpha, they kill Ezekiel and Rosita and a bunch of other characters. Will that happen this season? We just don't know. I personally hope he survives, but again, we just don't know. Ezekiel is a character that could die, but he may survive because we've lost Rick and so many other characters on the show, they could keep him alive. And also the reports are saying that Ezekiel may die in Season 9 or Season 10. And for that report to come out, how do you not know? You would know if he survived Season 9 or not, as they finished filming in November. It's already done. Season 9 is complete. The reports would know if he survived into Season 10. But again, the reports are saying this and conflicting information there, and it's not confirmed that Ezekiel lives or dies. But they're going to start filming Season 10 very soon. Late April, early May. They shoot all the way to November traditionally. And I've seen a couple of different reports saying that there's a source that has information. It's a source that has good information. Well, not that good information because Season 9 is done and wrapped. You would know if Ezekiel survived or not. And we'll find out one way or another in episode 915 or 916. Rosita could be the other casualty because of the comic death. And I think there's a lot of speculation about Ezekiel and Rosita because of the comic death. If the comics weren't there, there would be no rhyme or reason why you would think that either of those characters would die right now based on the storyline, especially since Rosita is pregnant. But the comics are there, Rosita gets pregnant, and she gets killed off. Now, when they were filming episode 916, you see Josh McDermott, who plays Eugene, and Christian Serratos, who plays Rosita, around Sonoy, around Alexandria. People got pictures with them. This is them walking around Sonoy. But the Pike lineup is going to be in a field somewhere. These two don't look like they're dressed for filming. They were just hanging around. So, are Eugene and Rosita going to die? That's a possibility, for sure. And I mean, they're just walking around between filming, and maybe they're filming and maybe they're not, but I'm not sure what to make of it. But Ezekiel was supposedly, reportedly, allegedly seen filming in 916. Now, ultimately, I would assume the Pike lineup are just going to be molded heads of the characters. It's not going to be the actors there or not, but I don't know if every character on The Walking Dead has a mold of their head or upper body or something for later use. But Ezekiel could be a character that lives or dies. And if the source is so great, how would they not be able to tell you that he makes it to 915 and we don't see him again? Or 916 or this or that? And I get questions about Ezekiel and Rosita and the Pike lineup pretty much every live stream on Sundays and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and stuff all over the times and comments on YouTube. But it's just one of those things we just don't know. We just don't know who the Pike lineup is. We'll find out later in the season. It should not be a cliffhanger where we have to know and we wait till next season to find out. We should find out with plenty of time in the last 2 episodes of the season. Now, that being said, Carol and Ezekiel look too happy. You know, they've been together for way too long without consequences. You know, this is a zombie apocalypse. If you're in love, if you're in a relationship, that doesn't bode well for you on The Walking Dead. You don't want to be an animal, you don't want to be a doctor, and you don't want to be in love or in a relationship on The Walking Dead, because that spells trouble. So we'll see what happens with these actors, but I don't think Carol's in trouble because of Melissa McBride's 3-year deal. So I think she would be safe. Maybe Henry's in trouble, maybe Ezekiel, maybe Jerry. We just have to wait to find out. But I don't know what to make of Ezekiel, so we have to find out to see. Also, winter is coming on The Walking Dead. Finally, I'm sure it's been winter for different story parts, but we're going to see some snow. I think the kingdom is going to be abandoned, or whatever you want to call it, for the hilltop. The kingdom, I don't know if anyone's going to stay there. Maybe a couple people, maybe not. Maybe it's not safe after the fair. But if you know this channel, if you follow the other spoiler sites and you've seen previous photos, you've seen Alexandria has some snow around it. I would assume it's something like this from the comics. We're finally going to get snow. So who's not going to make it out of season 9? We just don't know yet. We know a lot of good information, potentially, allegedly. I'm not sure if it's going to come out 100%. We had an opening minutes video, but AMC blocked it worldwide, so hopefully you got to see it about the breakdown there before they blocked it. But we had another video talking about some potential spoilers for episode 9-10 that covers the opening, the middle, the end, and what may happen in it, and it sounds pretty good. Sounds like a very entertaining episode. I'm very excited about it. Hopefully you checked out what really happened with Carl per Chandler Riggs' father on Facebook, the report that was coming from that page, and it's kind of spreading like wildfire, but it's interesting. It's an interesting read to see what truly happened with Chandler Riggs, Scott Gimple, and his AMC contract. And happy Valentine's Day, guys, whether you celebrate it with a loved one, if you're going to be single this Valentine's Day, or you hate the holiday, I got to just say happy Valentine's Day. It is a holiday. I wish we got off for it, but we don't. Valentine's Day kind of sucks. You're kind of obligated to do something, right? And I have a loving wife, so I'm going to get her flowers and do this and chocolates and all that stuff. But it can be a day that pisses a lot of people off, makes a lot of people depressed, but you don't have to be in a relationship to have a good time for that. You know, I guess you could buy some chocolates and this and that, but I actually have to work that day, and so does my wife. So we'll come back, have a nice dinner, cook around the house, and just enjoy the night together. But it's one of those days, just have a good day with it. Valentine's Day is just really Thursday. It's not another day that's anything big, but it's what you make of it. Hanging out with friends, loved ones, family members. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's who you're with a lot of the times. Remember, it's not where you are, it's who you're with. But that being said, guys, happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully you have a good time. Hopefully you'll join me this Sunday for my live stream at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. As we try to do a live stream every Sunday, I won't be able to do it on the following Sunday because I'll be on the final Walker Stalker cruise. If you can, guys, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. For those who want to donate to the page, you can go to my Patreon page. We have the link in the description. Everything helps out. Even a $1 donation goes a long way. YouTube's getting harder and harder to monetize videos, and AMC's making it a little more difficult. So a donation on our Patreon page will help us out tremendously. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories. Happy Valentine's Day. And as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.